Hello and welcome to Me, the Wife and Wrexham AFC.
A weekly podcast and YouTube channel where we discuss all things Wrexham AFC from the point of view of long-term fans and new fans.
So sit back, put your feet up, relax and let's get stuck in. Hello and welcome to episode 115 of Me, the Wife and Wrexham AFC. Bit different this, isn't it?
It is a bit, it's just completely thrown off my mojo.
Yeah, it has a little bit. So we're recording on Saturday, releasing on Sunday, but it's wrong. It's just wrong.
We should be in a game.
Yes, I know, we should be in a game, but we're not.
But Sky put heed to that and moved it to Monday.
Yes. But anyway, coming up on today's show, we're going to read through some of your comments.
Yes, we look ahead to our game, the big game.
The game
Against Birmingham on the 16th, which is obviously Monday.
Yeah, we've got a couple of guests coming on as well. We've got well, we won't tell you who they are.
No.
We'll Birmingham fans. Let's just say Birmingham fans for now.
Don't switch off because they're really nice. Birmingham
really
fans.
Nice.
They are really nice guys.
They are. We're going to have a quick chat about the Salford game on Tuesday, and we're also going to look ahead to the Crawley game as well.
That seems so far away.
It does seem so far.
And it's only next Saturday,
isn't
it?
Yeah, I know, but we're going to look ahead to that a little bit as well. So we've got two games to look ahead this week. And all the usual stuff as well. So I'll give you a quick update on the Fantasy EFL, our league. I'm looking forward to doing that. And also, we got a quiz at the end. And a good fun special quiz this week. So that'll be fun, won't it?
It will be.
Look, if you'd like to support the show, you can buy us a coffee. Our Buy Me a Coffee page is buymeacoffee.com/me the wife. Special thank you this week to Marta von Gray.
I just love that name.
It
sounds like a movie star name, doesn't it?
It totally does.
The Oscar goes to Marta von Gray.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, it definitely is. So yeah, we'll get a video recorded, send that over to you. So thank you very much for supporting the show. So I suppose start with Salford.
Yeah.
It's such a weird competition because I
couldn't care less.
No, I couldn't really, but I think I'm starting to see the value in this as a competition. It's obviously the EFL trophy that we're talking about. Tuesday night, it was our first group game against Salford. Now, as a competition, there is a high chance of us getting to the final of this. It is a possibility. That final would be at Wembley.
That's the only thing that I want.
A lot of fans are quite annoyed by the competition because there's under 21 teams being allowed in from the Premier League and the Championship.
That only started last season because
no, that's been going for a couple of years. I think.
Has it?
Yeah, I think so. Yes. So as a competition, it has been sort of devalued a little bit, and it's probably the bottom level of competition that we're going to compete in this season.
The big one's the FA Cup, isn't it?
Of course it is.
That is the big accolade.
Of course
if we're going to win any trophies.
As I say, I'm starting to see some value in the sense of we've got a big squad. No, we haven't got a big squad. What we've got is a squad of players that I think could all play. We've probably got two players in each position.
Yep.
And so the value that I see in this competition is making sure the lads who aren't playing are getting match minutes.
Yeah.
We'll have a quick look at the lineup that we put out. So Callum Burton in goal. As we all know, Arthur plays in goal for all the important games. Callum's not. What?
Sorry. I get what you mean, but it just sounded really awful.
No, he does though.
So Arthur's more important.
Well, he is though. I'm not being. Yeah, I'm not being awful. He is though.
I know. It's just the way they came out. Sorry.
So Callum getting some actual proper competitive game time. good thing.
Yes.
You know, and, if Arthur ever got injured, you want your backup to have actually played some competitive games.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm starting to see the value in these positions. You know, it'd be very unusual to go through a whole season without picking up some injuries here, there, and
I
everywhere.
hope not, because Arthur's like...
No, I know. But, so back three, Lewis Brunt, Dan Scarr, Will Boyle. Again, you know, it's players who aren't playing on a regular basis. Wing backs of Mendy and Bolton. The thing that completely threw me off, and I think it threw quite a few people off when the team was announced, was we announced 4 wing backs. So we announced Bolton in the 11, Mendy, Ford and Ravon. And it was like, where are all these playing? Now, I knew that Ford had played in the middle before. And I also, but I wasn't really aware that Ravon had, but a few people said, oh, in the under-21s, he had played in the middle. Yeah. So we had Bolton and Mendy wing-backs. In the middle, we had James Jones.
Yep.
And we had Anthony Ford and Ravon, sort of in the middle. So, and up front, Mo Fowl and Paul Mullin. Mo Fowl?
No, you're saying it right. It's just, I was glad to see him on the pitch.
Yeah, it was.
I think, though...
It was. I was as well. Yeah.
I think, though... I know, obviously, we'll get more into the game in a minute, but I think...
Not that into the game. We're not going to dwell on this for ages.
No. But I think a lot of Wrexham fans and possibly rival fans as well were like, I'm not that impressed with Mo Fowl. Was it just me? And it was just like, you know, there were a lot of people kind of backing him as well, going, look, it's his first competitive game with Wrexham.
Yeah.
Just give the lad a break. He's 21.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, come on, cut him some slack. This was exactly the same thing with, who was it? Was it Ryan Barnett when everyone was like, oh no, it wasn't. Who was it? Oh, it was Marriott. Wasn't it? Everyone was like, oh, Marriott, and not sure about him. Don't like him. I was one of those myself.
Yeah.
And look at him now. Everyone absolutely loves him, and it's just like
it takes a bit of time.
Yeah.
And he is young, and it will take a little bit of time. And every player's going to have a game where they play great, and
Mullin
games
does.
and games where they don't play so well.
Yeah.
So I'm not too fussed about that. Look, I think it's a good opportunity for a lot of players to impress. Stake a claim.
Yeah.
And I did see a few comments out on social media where people were sort of saying, I don't think Luke Bolton did much to sort of, raise his hand to go, I should be playing.
Me.
And his was the name that sort of came out the most when I sort of, when I was looking at it. Look, it was a very good, strong 11, I would say. I was happy to see Paul starting. I've been waiting to see Paul starting for ages. And he scored. He
did.
He did.
And it was a great goal, to be fair.
It was a great finish. It wasn't a little tap in. Weak foot, outside the box, curled it round into the top corner. And then we had Mullin's mask. So
Maskgate.
No.
Oh no, there has been some people talking about I don't think there's they're saying he's blatantly advertising Deadpool. There's no place for it in the game.
Get lost.
No, I swear, honestly, and it's like, seriously.
Yeah.
Just chill out.
Yeah.
It was just a joke. It was a bit of banter. Yeah.
It was a bit of a joke. And do you know what? The thing that made it even better was when I watched it happen.
Yeah.
It was the thing that made me smile the most was how much it was going to infuriate rival fans. That's the thing that made me go, oh, I love it. I love it. As a celebration, not too fussed. But it was just I just loved in that moment how much it was going to wind everybody else up.
That's the thing, though. That mask was specifically placed somewhere,
it was,
so that he could get it. And it was a rival fan, I think, who said that about, there's no place for it in football.
Whatever.
It's like, who cares? It's banter. Get over it. It's done. Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
Whatever.
Look, second half they equalised.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the game, Will Boyle got. Originally, it was given as an own goal. but that's been corrected now.
Has it?
Yeah, it's been corrected. So because it was given as an own goal, and then you went to me, you go, how's that an own goal? And I looked at it from a couple of different angles, and I went, I've got no idea, if I'm perfectly honest, because it just looked like he got his head on it. The keeper tried to save it and it went in. And then I started to think the person they'd give the own goal to, I thought, maybe that's the keeper. So maybe he has headed it. Maybe it was going wide and the keeper's gone for it and it's hit him and gone in. So that would be an own goal because it was going wide. But it wasn't even the keeper that the own goal was attributed to. It
was Austerfield or something like that.
I don't know, but it's been corrected now.
Good.
And it is Will's goal. And
because I sent you a video, didn't I? I think it was Wrexham who'd put it on. I think it was on Twitter, and because they were literally sitting right behind the goal, so they had the best view.
Yeah.
And it blatantly came off Boyle's head.
Yeah.
He's actually got hair now.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? He's got a bit of hair on his head.
Oh, I didn't notice that. No.
I don't know whether he's like bald or whether he just shaves his head.
Bald.
Is he? Well,
no, you sound like you said bold.
Bald.
Is
it bald? Bald. Whatever.
Bald. It's
anyway,
weird. Move on.
He's got hair anyway. So so it was. I think the only thing that happened was that Boyle. The only thing that could have mistaken it was that Boyle bounced off the Salford player.
Maybe.
But it was Boyle's goal. So well done, Boyle. Girl.
Look, so that puts us second in the group stage. So we're in Northern Group B. So the competition split into group stages. After the group stages, it goes into a knockout competition. They're split into North and South. So we're in Northern Group B. We're second. We're 2 points behind Port Vale, who have played a game more. 2 ahead of Wolves under 21s, and Salford at the bottom of the group with no points at the moment.
I was a bit surprised because it was the first game. I was surprised because they said that if it stayed 1-1, it would go to penalties.
Yeah, so I'll explain this quickly. So there are some slightly odd rules in this competition. So if the game ends in a draw, both teams get a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you normally would in any draw
game.
situation.
Yeah.
Both teams get a point. But what they then do is they have a penalty shootout. And the person who wins the penalty shootout gets a bonus point. So that's why you'll...
So it's not...
That's why you'll see some of the tables, some people might have noticed that teams had only played one game, but had got 2 points, which is confusing because the only way in a normal league format you can have 2 points is by drawing twice. That is so you would have to have played 2 games. So it's impossible to have played one and got 2 points. That's the reason why.
Right, okay.
They do draws. They sort of end the game as a draw. Both teams get a point. Let's have a penalty shootout, and we'll give a bonus point to the person who wins the penalty shootout.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
It's odd,
and
I don't like messing about with football too much, and so but that's the way it
is. Overall,
though,
it was a bit of a dull game. So let's move on.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like I say, I'm starting to see the value. Because of getting minutes into players who wouldn't necessarily be getting minutes outside of that, getting them match fit, getting them match ready. For me, I think it is worthwhile. Just go through some people's comments from the week. We haven't got loads this week to get through because we obviously got an interview coming up.
Yeah,
and we like to spend a good bit of time with them. So Peter got in touch to say, I have to say, I've become super chill watching Wrexham this season. Still feels strange.
Yeah, I feel the same. No, I don't know whether I do feel the same.
You were talking about me last week, weren't you?
Yeah.
That I seem calmer during games. And I think, me and Peter have sort of spoken a little bit. And, being 2-0 up is... it's a lot easier to be chilled out, isn't it, when you're 2-0 up as opposed to when you're chasing the game.
Yeah.
But for me, like we said last week, last minute winners all day long for me.
But, David Williams 7220. Ollie has stepped up because he is in his final year of his contract and said in USA he wanted a new 2-year contract. It is a no from me. given the last 18 months.
It's an interesting one because Ollie is coming to the end of his contract. I can understand what David's saying there a little bit in the sense of, maybe he hasn't shown enough. For me personally, I think I would give him another contract. I'm not sure at his age, 2 years would be what I'd be looking at. Maybe a year extension.
Yeah, but James McLean's had a 2-year.
Okay, but James is a lot fitter than Ollie is,
okay.
so it's horses for courses, I think, a little bit, isn't it? So, Sarah's also been in touch as well. She said, "Great episode as always. Had fun this weekend going back and watching the first several episodes of your pod.
Oh God, that was an experience.
Fun time travel. Do you guys ever watch/rewatch any of your old ones?"
I watch snippets. I don't know whether I sit and watch the whole thing. I like to go back and just see how much I've grown in the past 115 episodes.
What do you mean grown?
Well, because...
As a person, you mean?
Well, yeah, and how much...
Because you're not getting any taller. You do know that at 42, don't you?
Yeah, thanks for that. I'm not that short.
Yeah, but you're not getting any taller. That's why I'm trying to ask what you mean grown.
I mean I know a bit more about football now.
Right.
I don't sound a... What does that mean?
Yeah.
I do know a little bit more about football. I'm a bit more confident talking myself and interrupting Ryan, whereas before I was like...
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I'll be honest, I never do. I never do it. I never go back and rewatch old ones.
I was going to say, because you love watching yourself, so...
Yeah. So it does feel like something that I maybe should start doing. But
Our first ever episode was bizarre because we had like a little whiteboard behind us.
We did, where we used to write on what games we had and everything. So
look at us now, all professional with our flag.
I know. I don't think we had any lighting or anything, did we?
We had the ring light.
Not this. We had some weird little thing, didn't we? Do you remember?
Maybe.
Anyway, no, Sarah is my answer to that. But
now and again, little snippets for me.
Yeah, but I think maybe I might have to because I think it might make me feel better. Because what I mean is, I think we're quite good at this now, but maybe 100 episodes ago, maybe not so much.
I think the first few.
And maybe I will also enjoy how much we have grown.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, so if you want to get in touch with us, you can get in touch on X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, or email us at methewifeandwrexhamafc@gmail.com.
You're regressing because I think you had to look at that email address twice then during reading it out. You did so well last time you did it because you did it without looking, I think.
I know, but I cock it up if I do.
Just remember, it's the name of the show.
I know.
Look, quick talk. I've literally just been saying how 100 episodes later we're much better at this now, and then I come out with quick talk. What does that even mean? Quick update. Thank you.
Got your back, babe.
Thanks. Quick update on the Fantasy EFL. So we're recording Saturday afternoon, so after the 3 o'clock games have finished. And so at time of recording, this is what is correct. I should be reading
this out, really, because you sound like ego.
Yeah, I know, but I am, though.
So, you are.
Yeah. So in first place this week, at time of recording, is me. I have had 2 absolutely storming weeks. Great weeks. I am top. I'm top of every league I'm in. Just to throw that out there. Christian McHale's in second. Gareth Jackson is in third. But just the key takeaway, the key point is I am top of my own league. So there we go. So.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, I'm glad.
Shall we chat about Birmingham?
Let's. So, this is undoubtedly one of the biggest games that we have got coming up. I feel anyway.
I feel it's probably one of the biggest games of the season.
Okay, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So currently, Birmingham are 6th in the league.
No, I'm gonna read this. So it's our 6th league game of the season.
They're 4th. I know they're 4th, aren't they?
Go on.
Sorry. So we're away to Birmingham on Monday the 16th. Kickoff is at 8 p.m. Bit of a long day that's going to be. Birmingham's about 81 miles away, which is about an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, depending on traffic on the M6, which is not going to be fun.
No, it's a bit of a strange one, Birmingham, because most places, you probably get a little bit of traffic there and might add on 20 minutes. In Birmingham, it can be horrendous. So it can literally swing. You can have a nice hour and a half toddle down to Birmingham, or you can be 2.5, 3 hours getting there. So it's one of them really.
They haven't played at all since the 3rd of September, where they drew 1-1 with Walsall in the EFL Trophy. This is obviously in League One, isn't it? You talking about League One?
Sorry, I don't know what you mean by that. What you trying to ask me? So, maybe I should read it. Their last league game was the 31st of August when they beat Wigan 2-1. They haven't played at all since the 3rd of September when they drew 1-1 with Walsall in the EFL Trophy. The game with Exeter last weekend was postponed. We're not going to drill down too much into Birmingham as we've got 2 guests, as we said.
We do.
So they're both Birmingham fans. They're both...
Boo. I'm joking.
They're both YouTube content creators as well. And they're both great blokes.
They are really nice.
Really good. So first up, we've got Jay. Jay is known as the Boy in Blue on YouTube. Jay, how are you doing?
I'm all right, thanks. How you doing? Thanks for having me on.
No, not a problem at all. Not a problem. We really enjoy chatting to you. We've been on Nick's
twice.
Not Nick's, Jay's. I've sort of given away. I've given away who the second person is now. We also on the show we've got Nick. Nick runs a YouTube channel called Chatting Blues. Nick, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, both. Really pleased to be on the stream. Really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to the game. To be honest, guys, I really am. Just looking forward to Monday. You can't come round quick enough, honest to God.
Yeah, no, I know, definitely. Just Nick, quick one on the fact that, because we were really looking forward to the fact it was going to be a Saturday afternoon. You know, we're going to go Saturday 3:00, make a day of it. How do you feel about sort of Sky sort of move? You know, I always say Sky sticking their nose in, but how do you feel about it being moved to a Monday night? What's your thoughts on that?
Do you know when it first came out that Sky had moved the game? I thought I weren't very pleased. Probably the same as you. But as time's gone on, like it's give that space for the media, everyone to get on board, and everyone's talking about this game. I mean, I watched the stream earlier, and they're saying it's the biggest game in the league, in all 4 leagues. Do you know what I mean? As much as I was annoyed at the time, I'm really pleased it's on a Monday night, under the lights, St Andrews, full house. Wrexham have sold out. We've sold out. You know, it's a massive game. Honest God, I've not looked forward to a game for Monday night for years, and that's God's honest truth. I'm not even lying. It's massive. Do you know what I mean? Especially you taking the going top of the league as well.
Yeah, I mean, it is, you know, it's big. It's early in the season, but it feels big. We'll come on to the game in a minute. Jay, let's come to you first. I wanted to talk about sort of a little bit more specifically about Birmingham and the fact that relegated teams, a lot of the time, it sort of feels like, you know, not so much that coming down the league's going to be a walk in the park, but, you know, there's that sort of feeling of, oh, we're going to be a lot more comfortable now we've come down, and it doesn't always happen that way. And, you know, we look at like the Sunderlands who sort of got stuck in League One for a number of seasons. But I suppose, you know, there might have been that trepidation at the start of the season, but the start of the season you've had, I suppose you couldn't be happier, really.
Oh, mate, yeah, brilliant. I mean, I know what you're saying, but I think with teams going down, I think we needed it, really. We needed the reset. I'm not sure if you watched the Sky Sports video with Lee Hendry and Courtney when they was talking about it, and Lee Hendry even said, they've gone down, and there was something annoying about how much we've spent and stuff, but we needed to do it. We've got a real good model, same as you guys. You've got it bang on as well. All the revenue, you've got your Disney TV shows, We Are Wrexham and things like that. And it all brings in the revenue, doesn't it? And this is what we needed to get these players in. So yeah, we definitely needed the reset. And then in terms of teams going down and staying down there, I think it all depends on what owners and stuff you've got. With the right owners, with the right business model, the right planning, and with the right money, there's no reason why you can't go back up. So as a Blues fan, looking at what's going on around the club, and same as you guys with Wrexham, I think it's really exciting for both clubs. I'm really excited, to be honest. I'm just a bit nervous about the game.
I think, yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen.
No, I know. It's one of them, isn't it? Like, you can sometimes when you're going into a game, you can kind of guess what's going to happen. But I think with Birmingham, it's going to be it's going to be a tough game. You've got 30-odd thousand fans. How many are we taking away? Like 2,000, is it? Something like that?
I don't know. I almost get to the point where I'm having a meltdown when I think about Monday, because the excitement and everything surrounding it. I don't know. I just don't know, to be honest. Nick, just it's sort of Jay touched on it then with sort of like spending money, but spending it in the right areas. You've only had 4 games this season, but the players you've brought in, is there any sort of areas in that team where you sort of go, ooh, I wish we'd have brought in another, I don't know, left back. I wish we'd had another pacey winger. Or are you sort of like looking at that squad now going, do you know what? That's perfect. And that's exactly what we needed.
Yeah, we're definitely 100%. We've covered all areas. We've got 2 players at least for each position, which the owners said, and the manager said we was going to get at the start of the transfer window. And it's kind of like sometimes owners and managers say they're going to get 2 players for every position, and you think, they're not going to come through with it, but they've came through with it. The squad is absolutely stacked. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely stacked. We could put 2 11s out, and even our second 11, I would have us down for being in the top 6. The first 11 are just unreal. I'm sure we'll get onto how like we've performed in the first 4 games. There's still teething issues, but I couldn't be happier with the transfer market. Honestly, guys, it's been absolutely remarkable. To be honest, it's been the best transfer window we've had.
I think ours has as well. Actually, a lot of people have said that it's. We've brought in quite a few young players, which is I think what we needed. We were starting to get people saying that we're like an old retirement home for older footballers. So I think we definitely needed those young legs on the pitch. So I think our transfer window's been pretty good this time around.
Yeah, I think our whole model's changed in what we're actually bringing in. Yeah, definitely. Are you worried by the amount of money that you've spent? It sort of puts the club under a bit of a microscope, doesn't it? The Jay Stansfield deal on its own, forget everything else. It just puts the club under a bit of a microscope. And do you sort of feel, as a fan base, is anything other than going up as champions a failure?
In my opinion, mate, I mean, if we're in the top 6, I'll be happy. But we've got to finish in the top 2. We've got to get automatic promotion. Ideally, like as any football fan, in League One. But as long as we're in the top 6 region and we're pushing for that promotion, because I mean, you have to look at it like this. I mean, we've spent loads of money, granted, but you guys have got a squad that you've had for a couple of years that have got that mould together. You know, they know each other really well. They know how to play the balls through and stuff. Whereas our players, they're getting to know each other. And it's like what Nick said with the teething problems. You know, when we dominate in possession, we've got the best in the league so far. You know, by quite a way. But the only thing is we're lacking in certain departments, like the final third. We're doing sloppy crosses and so things like that. You know, it's teething problems. So if we can work on these, then I think we're going to be in a really good position. And that's not like in an arrogant way. That's just from what I've seen so far. You know, but I mean, credit to you guys. You know, you're smashing it, and I'm just really nervous about it, to be honest. I keep thinking about it.
I'm gonna be honest with the both of you. Just before, I know you've got a question on the tip of your tongue there, but I'm going to be honest with you. When I looked at the sort of the players that you'd brought in, and I had you down as, and I'm not going to lie to you just because you sat in front of me, I had you down as struggling for the first 10 to 15 games maybe, just to get that sort of, you know, that togetherness as a team. You know, when you bring these new players in and, you know, it takes time to settle. And I thought it's going to take them a bit of time for this all to gel. And then we're 4 games in and you've drawn 1 and you've won 3. And I was like, oh God, okay. They you know, they maybe not be completely gelled at the moment, but they still.
Can you imagine what you're going to be like when
I
you're
know.
gelled?
I thought you were going to be the best team from January onwards, and I've openly said that on other podcasts. I said from January onwards, I think you were going to be really hard to sort of get near, which is one reason I was really happy that we were going to be playing you so early in the season, because I thought that gave us the best chance, and playing you away, that was going to give us the best chance of getting something from it. But I've seen you, and I can understand what you're saying, teething issues, but you're still picking up them points. So I think it's really ominous, to be honest.
If you're a team that's not performing well, but you're winning games, in my opinion, that's a sign of a good team.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. So, Nick, we as Wrexham fans get a lot of stick because of who our owners are. We've got this documentary, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
What perception do you, as Birmingham fans, do you think rival fans think of you? You know, obviously, you're spending all this money. Do you think you get people looking at you going, oh, look at them? You know, who do they think they are spending this much money in League One? Do you think you get that perception from rival fans?
Yeah, definitely this season, 100%. You know, we was kind of like, we were struggling for the last 12 seasons, and obviously dropping down to League One, and then spending the amount of money, the quality of players we've brought in. It's kind of everyone is so jealous and wanting us to fail. It's do you know what? It's quite pleasant, really, because and I'm sure you guys get it, because as an outsider looking at Wrexham, I remember when the owners first come in, and I thought, oh, that's really nice, because you was in the National League or whatever it was, and then you was getting a little bit closer, League Two. Thought, oh, that's great. And now, because we got relegated and you got promoted, it's like you're right. You're on our doorstep now. Do you know what I mean? So, but no, everyone just completely is just like, what the hell are they doing? Spending 30 million in League One? This shouldn't be allowed. FFP, this, that, and the other. So all eyes are on both teams, really. If I'm being honest, definitely Birmingham. We drew 1-1 with Walsall in the Bristol Street Motors. Honest to God, you would have thought like we'd have blew the league. Do you know what I mean? We didn't even lose when we drew 1-1. We lost on penalties. And the same goes for our own fan base, because when we do lose a game, and I said this to Jay the other day. I said, if we lose to Wrexham, I said, I'm not even going on social media for till the next game. Do you know what I mean? Because the Blues fans are in meltdown. The expectations are that high. Do you know what I mean? They're that high that I know Jay mentioned like top 6, but I'm sure every Blues fan.
They want automatic promotion, simple as. But I'm just saying, worst case scenario. Top 6 worst case. That's worst case. We've got to go up.
I'm just saying the majority of Blues fans want top two, and like me personally, I said as soon as we got relegated, I said that if it takes a couple of seasons, it takes a couple of seasons. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think that's the same for us, isn't it? I know obviously getting promoted again would be amazing, but I think if we do end up staying in League One, as long as we don't get relegated down to League Two.
No, look, it's not the end of the world. It's not.
But obviously, as fans of the Birmingham and us Wrexham, you want that for your club, don't you? You want to keep going, and you want to get back to back for us.
You do, and you get some fans going, look, we just need a season of consolidation, but I never really understand that statement in the sense of what do you do? Do you sit the players down going, look, lads, we're top of the league, you need to calm it down a bit, we need a season of consolidation? It doesn't work like that. You just got to keep going. And so what Nick said then, all the rival fans, and he said he quite enjoys it. I love it now. I was a bit annoyed about all the sort of grief that we were getting.
Disney FC.
All that. I love it now. I love seeing how wound up fans are getting about stuff. We signed I can't remember which one of the players we signed in the summer, and it was for an undisclosed fee. And the rival fans were just going mental. Look at how much they're spending. You don't know how much they're spending. It's undisclosed.
Could have spent a tenner for all you know.
Yeah, I know. So it does make me laugh. It does make me laugh. But let's move on to the game on Monday.
Yeah.
So Jay, what are you thinking? Confidence high?
I was going to say it's probably not a great question to ask you. I think Jay's already answered that question about Monday.
But is it like, I know the emotions are probably a bit all over the place, but are you, what are you genuinely thinking? Confidence high, few goals, or are you thinking you'll take anything, or what you thinking about Monday?
In my heart, to win, and in my head, I think we're going to win as well, but I don't think it's going to be an easy game, to be honest. Because some of these teams that we've struggled with, they know that the kind of formation styles that we're playing, so they're playing like five at the back, and it's quite hard for, even though we've got a lot of possession of the ball, it's hard for Blues to break down such a strong back five. And this is no disrespect to Wrexham, but possession-wise, up until your latest game, I think you was bottom of the league, wasn't you? Even though you won those games, you was right at the bottom. So, and same again, you're winning games. But the thing is, these teams that you're playing against, they're finding it hard to break your back five, and we've conceded more than you, even though we've had a lot of possession. You've had less possession, and you've had clean sheets and stuff, whereas we haven't. So. I think you're going to score, definitely. I just hope that we can, from a football fan, I love you both loads. It's just I want Blues to win.
We're gonna smash you.
Nick, when you saw that the fixtures came out, Wrexham 5th game of the season, and you were like, okay, as you're now. We're in the position that we're in where you've won 3, drawn 1. We've won 4 and drawn 1, and we're both right up there. Is your perception of this game changed? Did it even register? My point is that you were playing Wrexham 5th game of the season. It's something that stood out to you, or as time's gone on over the first 3 or 4 games, has it now sort of become a bigger game in your opinion than it was maybe at the start of the season?
Yeah, when the fixture first come out, I looked at these 5 fixtures, what we're about to go into now. So that off the top of my head, I think there's Wrexham, Peterborough, Huddersfield, Rotherham, and someone else. And I've done a stream on it. I said these 5 games are going to be really difficult. They're at the start of the season. There's obviously going to be a gelling period. I did include Wrexham in them 5 games, obviously because of the back-to-back promotions. Did I expect Wrexham to be top of the league and kind of in this situation now we're in? Probably not. Do you know what I mean? I probably thought you'd have been about 7th or 8th and maybe the underdog. So yeah, it's a massive clunk of games we've got now, which we could have done with probably in a November. Do you know what I mean? Or in December where we proper gelled. So from your point of view, it's definitely the best time to play us. Do you know what I mean? And I said on my stream the other day, I said that I've just got a bad feeling about this game. Do you know what I mean? And this was on my own channel. I said I've just got a bad feeling. Do you know what I mean? But look, you just don't know. You'll definitely score, like Jay said. I think there'll be goals. Um, I, d- I don't know, man. I just don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just really looking forward to it. But if we lose, do you know what? I'll take a 2-2 now. I'll take a 2-2. I really would.
I'd snap your hand off for that. I'm not. No, I'm not joking. If you offered me that, I think we obviously went away to. I sort of highlighted a few games before the season started that I thought was our toughest games of the season. It was Bolton away, it was you guys away, and you Peterborough away was going to be a difficult game. And after Monday, we've done them three, and they're out of the way, and they're gone. So if we can get something out of Monday, we beat Peterborough away, we drew away to Bolton. Whatever we get on Monday, that to me is three of our most difficult games this season. We're only in mid-September and they're done and they're out of the way for us. So, that'd be a huge bonus. And I'm really excited as well.
I feel a bit sick, if I'm honest.
I
don't know if that's excitement or nerves or a bit of both. I don't know. But I
try not to think about it too much, because I think my head spins a little bit because I've been similar to Nick, where I've gone, I think there's goals in this. I definitely think there are goals. But then I've swung completely the other way at times, going, this could end up being similar to the Bolton game, where we sort of cancel each other out a little bit, and you might play out a bit of a not a dull 0-0, but a bit of a sort of quite not the spectacle that you expect.
I don't think it'll be dull.
I didn't mean that. Or one goal either way might nick it, or we could end up playing out a 4-4. I genuinely don't know, and my head just spins around in circles with it, to be honest. So
I've got a question for you both. Right, I'll go to you first, Jay. If you had the chance to speak to Phil Parkinson about the players on your team, who would you say I'll rephrase that. Who would you say is the player that he needs to be keeping an eye on in the Birmingham team?
What was a few? Definitely Alfie May, because he's a proven League One goal scorer. We've only just signed him and he's scored every game so far. So definitely Alfie May is one to watch. But you play a back five, as it seems at the minute, so it's going to be hard for the likes of Alfie May, Jay Stansfield to break through strong back five. I'd probably say Williamson as well. He's quite a strong central attacking midfielder. Got a lot of height, strong on the ball as well. Good young lad. Really good experience as well. So I think he's going to... have you got quite like an ageing squad, Wrexham?
No, not so much. We had this sort of in League Two and the National League. We had this bit of a transfer sort of philosophy of, really seasoned sort of like footballers, experience. So Stephen Fletcher, James McLean, players who've played at a much higher level, but are obviously got more years behind them than they have ahead of them. But, we're going to bring something to the squad. Our whole transfer strategy changed this season. So the players we've been bringing in have been like 21, 23, 22, all around that age that I think we're now starting to look at, bring players in that you can develop a little bit. And if you go up a league, then you could be looking at an asset. I don't like talking about players as assets, but you've got something there that maybe you bring in for 200,000, but maybe you could sell on for 1.5 million. That sort of, So no. If you'd have spoke to me last season, probably a more aging squad, but a lot of the older players have gone. Our Ben Tozer went. Luke wasn't that old, but he was around.
He was younger than us.
Yes, well, every player's younger than us, but
that's true.
Luke's around the 30 mark, and but we've brought in a lot of young players now, and I think the average age of the last game we played was 26-ish. So,
our left side's quite strong as well. Cochran at the back, left back. And then we got Emil Hansen as well. He's a really dangerous player on the left wing. So, in terms of you guys, reverse question for you guys: is your strongest point attacking more on the left or on the right?
It's a really good question because both sides offer something completely different. So we've got Barney on the right. You say we play 5 at the back. It's weird. It's a very transitional formation. You'll see us drop into a 4 at times as well. Or we'll be a 3 at the back. Sometimes we drop into a 4. So it is quite dynamic and it changes a lot. But so we got Barney on the right, so Ryan Barnett, and what he offers is very comfortable with the ball at his feet, lots of tricks, pace to absolutely burn. So he'll be looking to get round the outside. He's very comfortable cutting in as well. Great crosser of ball. Got loads of assists last season. Got a couple this season as well. So that's what you'll get down the right hand side. Down the left, you've got James McLean. So I'm going to say it, even though he is the age that he is, and Siân will agree with this. I would confidently say the fittest player that we have. Consummate professional at keeping himself fit. It's unbelievable. Not got the pace that we've on the left that we have on the right, but what we've got on the left is delivery and football intelligence. He's got absolute everything on that left hand side, and he's got man of the match. He got man of the match last game. I think he set up 2. Set up 1 definitely.
Got it at the Reading game as well.
You're not going to get loads of tricks off McLean, and you're not going to get him beating people on the outside on a regular basis. That's you're going to get through the right. But then we got George Dobson through the middle as well, who is he's made such a difference to our midfield. We had George Evans last season that we had from Millwall, and I loved him. I was completely in love with George Evans in the middle, that little sitting midfielder, and he just used to pick passes off left, right, and centre. George Dobson come in, and I was like, there is no way he's getting George Evans out of the team. He got him out first game of the season, and as soon as we saw George Dobson, it was like, this you're not getting this guy out of the team, because he's a big reason for the way that we play now. It's ball into. He's great at winning the ball back, but as well, as soon as the ball's into him, he's looking forward, and progressive passes, breaking the lines, and that to me in a sitting slightly more defensive midfielder, that's huge. To get that player looking forward all the time and not looking sideways and not looking to play it back is massive, in my opinion. It really is, and he has made such a big difference to us this season. But I would say George Dobson's probably been our best player this season, but he doesn't do anything spectacular.
Yeah.
He just does all the simple stuff perfectly all of the time, and he likes a yellow card, which is a bit of a downfall of his, but there we go. Look,
folks getting stuck in then.
Yeah. I'm going to push you on this right now. I'm going to come to both of you. Nick, I'll come to you first. Prediction. Let's have a score prediction for you from you for Monday.
I'm going to stick with my 2-2, brother. I'm going to stick with my 2-2, and you know what? I'll be happy with that. I just don't want to come out of that ground losing. Do you know what I mean? Because it'd be meltdown. Honestly, God, it'd be meltdown, because it's not just like I mentioned before. It's not just other fans that are expecting us to win every game. It's pretty much every Blues fan. Not so much me. Do you know what I mean? But but I just don't want us to lose. I'd be happy with a 2-2. So I'm gonna go 2-2, brother.
Yeah, happy. Jay, what about you? Come on, I'm pushing you on this now because I know you're going to go, it could be this, it could be that. Come on.
It's going to be goals, definitely. It's going to be end-to-end. It's going to be entertaining. Let's be honest, it's a massive game. I like Wrexham, I like Blues. I'm a Blues fan, so I'm going to have to predict Blues to win 3-2.
3-2. All right, I'm happy with that.
It ain't going to be easy, though, for us.
No. What about you? Come on.
I'm going to go with a draw as well, like Nick, but I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1.
1-1, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I am going to go.
Yeah.
No.
Here we go.
No. Hear me out.
10-0.
I'm gonna disagree a little bit with everyone. I'm gonna go for low scoring. I'm gonna go with both teams cancelling themselves out a little bit. I'm not saying dull. I'm just saying cancelling each other out a little bit. I'm going for Wrexham to nick one. I am. I'm going because I think we'll get chances.
Yeah.
And not many.
Nobody's disagreeing with me there.
Not many. I just think we'll get chances, and I'm going to back them to sneak one. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for 1-0 Wrexham. 1-0 Wrexham.
Oh.
Look, guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to both of you. Are you both okay to stick around for the quiz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us on as well.
Not a problem.
Yeah, it's been lovely, Ryan and
thank you.
Siân. It's been lovely. Thank you.
Yeah. Right, let's have a chat about Crawley. So obviously this game will be our 7th league game of the season. Back at home, Stoke Kairas on Saturday the 21st of September. Back to a 3 p.m. kickoff.
Yay!
Which is ideal for me.
We love a 3 p.m.
Yeah,
kickoff.
that's my favourite thing.
Yeah.
So on Saturday, Crawley drew 1-1 with Stockport. This season they have won 2, drawn 1 and lost 2, and they're 13th in the league on 7 points.
I thought this might be a bit of a toughie because you think Stockport, they've spent all this money, they're pretty good. Crawley, don't get me wrong, they're great as well, but I'm a bit worried about this one.
Yeah, I don't really know what to expect.
No,
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. Mm-hmm. They were founded in 1896. They play... no, they weren't founded in 1896. Yeah, they were founded in 1896.
You don't even know your own notes.
Sorry. Yeah, they were. They were. They finished 7th in League 2 last season. They made it into the final spot on the last day of the season at Barrow's expense. They hammered MK Dons 3-0 and 5-1 in the playoff semi-final before beating Crewe 2-0 in the final to be promoted. Our last game against them was the 4-1 win in April at the Racecourse. I'm going to throw it out there. In my opinion, one of top 3, I would say, performances of the season. For us, yeah. I would say so. It was on paper that was a very, very tricky game, and we went into it just full throttle,
guns a-blazing.
Yeah, we did, and we blew them away a little bit. One of the best defences they had in the league at the time.
Yep.
And to beat them 4-1. In that scenario, at that time, when they were pushing for the playoffs, I thought it was a fantastic performance. So I thought that was our best performance of the season.
Yep.
Top scorer last season was Danilo Orsi. He plays for Burton Albion, so don't worry too much about him. Predictions?
I'm going to go 4-1.
Are you?
Yeah, I just feel like, we managed it before. Let's do it again.
I am very tempted,
7-0.
No, I'm very tempted to go 3-0 again.
Yeah?
Yeah, because that seems to be our sweet spot at the moment,
doesn't
it? 3-0 at home.
Yeah.
So, who have we had? So, last 2 games at home have been 3-0, haven't they? Yes. So, we beat Reading 3-0, and we also beat Shrewsbury 3-0.
And we got 3 goals against Wickham as well, even though it wasn't 3-0.
Yeah.
We still got 3 goals.
Yeah. Oh, I just realised something.
Yes, I know. Do you know what? I was going to mention this.
Where are you going to mention? Right.
I swear I was going to mention it.
Let's just get this done. Right. Let's just get this bit done. Because then we can go back to this. because we've missed a very important point in this show and we need to go back to it. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go for, you're going 4-1.
4-1.
I'm going to go 3-0.
Yeah, don't let me down, lads.
Yeah, okay. Look, a very important point.
I'll say it.
Go on then.
So obviously, as you know, Ryan and I have got a prediction table. We're like in competition with each other because, you know, it's healthy to be in a bit of competition.
Yeah.
So obviously I was winning 1-0 up until Tuesday when Ryan got his prediction right. He didn't even care about this, but he got his prediction right. So now it's 1-1. Somebody did, you know, I was saying about comments, somebody did comment and say...
Komatar, I think it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's only league games that matter. And do you know what? I'm with you.
No, because I tell you why not. Right?
I tell you for why.
Because we had this conversation.
Did we?
During the podcast. Look, it's not like you can hide it. It's out there on YouTube. Go and listen to it. And you go, oh, we're not going to count this one. And I said, yeah, definitely count it. And we agreed to count it.
I don't remember agreeing. I remember putting it down, but I'm not sure I agreed.
Yeah, anyway, it's 1-1.
It's 1-1.
1-1 on the predictions now. So, yeah, there you go. There you
yeah.
go. Look,
happy days.
Yeah, quick shout out for Dragon Chat. It is a mental health peer support group. They run 2 weekly Zoom calls. One is on a Monday at 8 p.m. and that is for women. And one is on Thursday at 7 p.m. and that is for men. The best thing to do, if you are interested in this, is follow Steve Lloyd on Twitter, which is at DragonChatWXMFC. If you are interested in getting it on the calls, as I say, that down in the description on this video or on any of our videos, you will find the details of how to get on them Zoom calls for Dragon Chat.
And I do try to share it on a Monday and a Thursday when Dragon Chat put it out on their socials.
Yes, yes. Right. This is a fun bit now, isn't it? So, it's quiz time. We're going to get the lads back. Are you prepared?
No.
Are you ready? No, not at all. Okay, all right then. Lads.
Pretty much every week.
No, yeah, I know. Lads, are you there?
Yeah.
Hi,
guys.
Good stuff. Good stuff. See the excitement in
I
their
know,
voice
I know.
over yours. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know what to expect though. I do.
Right. It's nice and simple. It's Birmingham Wrexham themed.
Well, I'm not going to get any Birmingham stuff. Am I?
Yeah, you'll be all right. It's literally, it's multiple choice.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read the question.
Yep.
I'm going to come to Siân first, then I'll go to Jay, and then I'll go to Nick, and I just need an A, B, or C. And I think in one instance, a D, whatever one you think.
All right then.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Question 1. The last game between Wrexham and Birmingham was in September 2006 in the League Cup, but which of the following is true? Is it A, Birmingham's Gary McSheffrey scored, got booked, gave away a penalty and scored an own goal before being forced off with a head injury after colliding with the post and being knocked unconscious? Is it B, finishing 1-1 after 90 minutes, Birmingham scored 3 goals in 15 extra time minutes to win the tie? Or is it C, Birmingham had 6 Irish players in their starting lineup? Siân.
Well, this is just a complete stab in the dark. I really like A, so I'm going to go for A.
A, okay. Jay?
I can't even remember what happened yesterday. Oh, God. B.
B. Nick?
Yeah, I'm going to go B as well.
Both of you are correct. It is B, so unlucky, Siân. It's
Sure I said B.
No, you absolutely didn't. Number 2. Wrexham beat Birmingham. Did you look over
No,
them?
I didn't.
Number 2. Wrexham beat Birmingham 3-1 in the FA Cup 5th round in 1997. Which of the following is true?
I hate this.
A. All 4 goals in the game came in the second half. Is it B? The Birmingham player with the most shots on target in the game was centre-back Steve Bruce? Or is it C? Barry Horn was sent off for a high tackle on Martin Chalk?
C.
C?
Yeah.
Red card. Jay?
I'm going to go, yeah, C as well.
C?
Bearing in
Nick?
mind I was only 5 years old then, so.
Nick?
Yeah, I'm going C as well.
You're all wrong.
Ah!
Yeah, it was. So it wasn't Barry Horn that was sent off. It was Paul Devlin that was sent off for Birmingham.
Barry Horn played in that game, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. The correct answer was B. The Birmingham player with the most shots on target in the game was Steve Bruce. So there we go. Number 3. A. Wrexham is worth more in Scrabble than Birmingham City. B. The mayor of Wrexham was born in Birmingham. Or C. According to Google Maps, it would take 25 hours to walk from the racecourse to St Andrews.
I'm going to go A because it's got a W and an X in it, so I reckon Wrexham's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jay?
25 hours to walk to Wrexham. I said, I'll probably say B.
B. Okay. And Nick?
I'm going B. What was C again?
C was, according to Google Maps, it would take 25 hours to walk from the racecourse to St Andrews.
Oh, I'm going to go that one, yeah.
Yeah, that one. Well done, Nick, for swapping, because it is C. Yes, correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So Nick's in the lead, isn't he,
Nick
at the
is
moment?
in the lead, yes. Number 4, 2 left. All right. League games between the two clubs have been limited over the years. But which one of these is true? A. Celine Dion was number 1 in the UK charts with Think Twice the last time we played in the league. B. Wrexham have never beaten Birmingham in a league game. Or C. 15,458 days have passed since the clubs last met in the league.
Oh, I can't do quick maths, so I'm going to go Celine Dion.
A.
Yeah.
Jay?
I'm going to go C.
C. And Nick?
I'm going to go A as well.
A. Nick's on fire. I know you got it right, but Nick's got 3 now. So yes, it is. It is Celine Dion.
I got 1 at least.
Yes. So Nick's got 3.
Yeah.
You've got
1.
1. Jay has got
2.
Can't remember. I think Jay's got 1. Anyway. Final question. Okay. I'll have to pick that up in the edit. How many then? Scott, I just know Nick's got 3.
Let's face it, Nick's going to win, isn't he? Let's face it.
Well, final question. A. Wrexham is the only club in the EFL with an X in their name. B. Birmingham is the only club in the EFL with the initials BC. C. Wrexham is the only club in the EFL to end their name with AFC. Or is it D. Birmingham is the only club in the EFL to have a globe on their club badge?
I'm going to go A because I can't think of any other team that's got an X in it, but I bet I'm wrong. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, A.
Jay?
Yeah, I'll go that with Sean.
Yeah? Nick?
I'll go for the globe.
The
Globe one.
I tell you what, Nick, you can come on every week. It is the Globe. The other club with an X in their name? Crew Alexandra.
Oh.
So,
I
yes.
forgot about Crew.
So, Nick, this is unprecedented for this show. 4 out of 5. Have you ever had? We've done 115 shows. Have you ever had 4 out of 5?
Yeah.
Have
the
you?
other week.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you, though?
You go back and look at, yeah.
Nick, congratulations. That was fantastic.
You don't win anything, just the honour of winning.
You don't. You're either very good or just a really good guesser. I don't know which one it is.
I'll go for the very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, guys, once again, thank you so much for joining us. Love talking.
It's been a pleasure.
To you.
Yeah, and you guys as well.
I can't wait for the reverse fixture, and we'd love to have you both back on again. We'll have another chat about Wrexham, and hopefully we're first and second in the league when that game comes around.
Fingers crossed, man.
Big's going down in the next quiz.
Yeah,
man. No, it's been a pleasure, guys.
Absolutely our pleasure, lads. Oh, I love them. They've got to come back on again. Look, if you do want to check out their YouTube channels, Jay is the boy in blue, and Nick is chatting blues. The details of their YouTube are down in the description of this video if you want to check them out. We've had a really fun week doing this week.
We have, yeah.
It's been absolutely fantastic. We're really excited for the game tomorrow. Yeah, really excited. Look, we hope you enjoy your week, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.